This bomb will go off in 10 seconds. You're listening to the PipeBomb podcast with James, Nick, Gigi, Josh, Sam, and Tom. Ring the bell. 1.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of the PipeBomb podcast. This week, you are here for the NXT special. I'm Sam Pele. I'm going to be hosting this week, and we've got two brilliant people with us who you might not have heard in a while. We have to my left, Mr. Tom.
Hello, my boo-boo kitty.
Oh, no, we're not, no.
Oh, yeah, Natalia has got an effect on me, I swear to God, nowadays.
No, I'm shutting you down right now. And to my right, we have, oh my gosh, is it really? It's Josh.
Yes, it's been such a long time. Oh my God, I've been so busy with work and preparing for future things in 2016 as far as me and my career. But yeah, it's really good to do a show with you guys.
So tell everyone where you've been. What's going on?
Oh, okay. Recently I was stationed in Fort Huachuca in Arizona, so I've been really busy right there. We've been preparing for, missions and getting old equipment ready to be turned in, and then at the same time, I had to go to Advanced Leaders course in Fort Gordon, Georgia, which I am in right now. We have a 4-day weekend, so I have some time to relax and all. But, I still been watching, as far as the women of NXT and the women of the main roster. I've been watching those ladies and at least keeping up with those.
Yeah.
That side of the house as far as wrestling.
The important things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good that you've been catching up on all stuff like that, but it's a shame that you're actually quite ill at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just came down sick with a head cold this past Friday, and I still have to do some homework, which I'm going to do tonight after we get done with the podcast.
Yeah.
But, what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
So, we've got Behind the Shade coming up. How excited are you both?
Oh my God, I've just filled my stuff today, and it is shade to the T.
Josh?
I'm very, 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 very excited. It's going to be a shady event.
Have you recorded yet?
No, not yet. I will record as soon as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as I get a free time in my schedule.
Oh, I did mine a few nights ago, and, one of the questions, we are not saying which question it is, but we all know which question we're talking about. I think it's going to be its own video, if I'm right.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we all know what question we're about. We know what question we're about. You'll know when you hear it.
But, girl. Mm-hmm.
For me, especially, it was really hard. I got a bit emotional, and, you're going to see the real Sam Pele behind all this facade just through that one video, and it's horrible. It's nice, but it was really hard to do, so I'm looking forward to it.
Aw, we're here for you, girl.
Oh, thanks. So, also, we are adding the timestamps kind of thing. So, if you don't want to listen to this whole show, you just scroll down into the description box underneath, and you're going to see, the topics that we're talking about, and then just press the time next to it. It'll jump straight to there. You don't have to hear us rambling on about every topic that you don't want to hear. Just, it's better for everyone that way. So, we're going to jump straight in. And we're going to start with me talking about the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yay!
So, it finally narrowed down. We had so many teams all involved. But then it came down to it, and it was first semi-final was Finn and Samoa Joe against I think they're called the Mechanics.
I still can't get their names right.
Dash and Dawson.
And that's the one.
Oh my gosh, but Dash Wilder, have you seen him?
They both look the same to me. I need a picture.
No, Dash Wilder, he's just... He literally makes my vagina, beat really fast. And it's only since recently, because I think me and James were just talking about it in the group chat, and I was like, wow.
Okay, I'm going to go find a picture. What's his name?
Dash Wilder.
Dash Wilder.
He sounds
Give
like
me
a
a
dirty
minute.
porn star, but he's
Yeah,
not.
I'm going to have a look, girl.
So, the match was won by Finn and Joe. The other match was Baron Corbin and Rhino beating the team of Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. What do you guys think of Jason Jordan and Chad Gable?
Oh no, it's Dash Wilder. Oh, yeah.
You've seen Dash Wilder now?
Number 18 on my list.
Oh my God, Tom. Tom's got a thing called, all the men that he fancies, and it's called the bucket list, because he has a bucket if he carries on going this way.
There's about 30. There's about 20 of them on the list.
It's disgraceful. Yeah. So anyway, I want to talk about Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. What do you guys think?
As a team,
Yeah.
I like them. I think, Chad Gable's got something extra special about him. Like Jason Jordan, or I think they're calling him JJ now.
Yeah.
He was irrelevant a few months ago when he was with his ex-partner. But I like this team. It's very classic. It's very old school tag wrestling. I love the finisher.
What do you think, Josh?
I haven't seen it yet, but I will check it out.
Yeah.
But as far as Jason Jordan, I know, the guy's a natural athlete, so I'm pretty sure whatever he's doing right now, he's looking really good and impressing a lot of people right now on NXT.
Yeah. I personally, I'm not connecting with them. I don't like them. They're just not my cup of tea. But then again, neither were Baron Corbin and Rhino, so I didn't really care about the match. However, the other match with, NXT champion Finn Balor and Samoa Joe taking on the Mechanics with, my little Nubu, Dash Wilder. I was quite invested in that, and the match was really good. At one point, I did think the Mechanics were going to cause an upset and win. What do you guys think of the Mechanics? You don't even know them, do you?
I like the finisher.
What about Finn and Joe as a team, then? How do you think that's going to work out?
Ew. Finn can go on his own with me, and then Samoa Joe can go get fired because he injured Tyson Kidd, and nothing got done about it. So,
what do you think, Josh?
The Mechanics are like actual. Do they come down like in overalls and tools and shit like that?
No, they have like lumberjack jackets on, like flannel.
Okay. Like I said before, I haven't been checking out the guys, surprisingly. So I don't know who, as far as who's popular right now. So this is a tag team tournament for
the Dusty Rhodes inaugural title.
Okay. So it's a title. It's not like actual tag team belts. It's
no.
Actual,
It was just like a tournament that they did for Dusty Rhodes. The Dusty Rhodes Classic, it was called.
Oh, okay.
They had like great teams from NXT within it, and a few other ones. Enzo and Big Cass were in it. The Lucha Dragons, Blake and Murphy.
So it's kind of like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but for new tag teams. And they had like the Vaudevillains in it, the Hype Bros. But there was a team. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They're actually in that Global Force Wrestling that's kind of with TNA at the moment. They've somehow got some weird deal going on. Don't quite know what's going on there.
Oh, some shady deal.
But they're doing all right. But yeah, the tournament itself was won by Finn and Joe. I think it kind of had to be done because I think it's going to lead towards some sort of Finn and Joe feud for the title. What do you guys think?
Like, I didn't watch the matches from beginning to end, but I think Joe and Finn winning is just... I think we all expected them to have a heel turn, like one of them turning heel, but I just don't see the point of why having two single stars winning a tag tournament, But, hey, if it furthers the storyline of one of them turning heel, I'm all for it.
It's going to roll really nicely, though, because I think they won't necessarily turn heel, because I feel like the industry at the moment, faces and heels don't really count.
No, and I think they swerved us by not turning them heel.
They're just personalities now. That's all it is. But I think it's going to lead nicely into some sort of feud between Finn and Joe. We're on first name terms with Finn and Joe, by the way. We're not calling them the proper names. And I think it'll work out really well for those as both individuals because, they've had illustrious careers in the past and it's going to be really great to see them two going at it in the future. But, with Samoa Joe, he came from TNA. This week as well, James Storm from TNA, he popped over.
I am shocked.
Yeah, that was a pretty big shock as well. I was quite happy, to be honest. I think it's going to be good. I'd like to see him maybe have a little run and then kind of go in like the Brian Kendrick kind of thing, of being a trainer more than a performer.
Because he's like, 50-something?
Yeah, but, so Sting, and Sting had a title match, so...
And look where that got him.
Yeah, but you can't really rule people out for their age anymore.
True. They should.
They should, but you don't. Yeah, the whole tournament itself, though, was decent, and I really thought the Mechanics were going to win. And it sounds really stupid, but just because they beat the Vaudevillains, and they're the tag team champions, and they beat them on the way there, so I really thought that they were going to win it.
I liked this tournament. It had to be done.
Yeah.
And it's done very respectfully.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I like that they threw in some random teams, like Finn and Joe, Corbin and Rhino, both of them ended up being the last two teams, but they had people like Tyler Breeze and Bull Dempsey, and, they didn't do well in the match, but, it was storyline related, it was good. I liked it. So then, after that we had Apollo Crews and Tyler Breeze. And now, Tom, I know you love yourself some Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews. Right, is his name Apollo Crews, so it's like Terry Crews?
No, his name's Bobby Lashley Jr.
Oh, that's what you're calling him.
He's just, Apollo Crews, he's just got everything. He's got the looks. He's got no personality, but hey-ho. He's got the in-ring ability of, like, someone who weighs, like, what, 100 pounds?
Yeah.
He does,
Phenomenal.
yes,
Phenomenal.
yeah.
And the thing is, he didn't come from nothing and came to something. He was actually an indie star. But he's not got a personality, so I don't think he's going to go far. That's what we think. He just smiles.
See, I'm not really... his ability, can't fault it. His moves are brilliant, but I haven't really invested myself enough to sit down and actually, watch.
No, nor have I, because he's got no personality or charisma.
No, I don't think it's that. I think that's unfair to say that. I just think he's not... No, I don't know.
I see what you mean.
There's just something that's not connecting. I think what annoys me more is that, he's been pushed into this straight away. Into this role that he's now got within the industry, of being, this is Apollo Crews, the newest indie signing.
Yeah.
But there are so many guys down there that I think deserve the spot more than him, just because they'd been there longer and they'd paid their NXT dues, whereas he paid his indie dues. I think it's totally different.
If it was someone that came in, like I said before, if Apollo Crews came from not having a wrestling background and got pushed straight to the top, then I'd be more peed off. But the fact that he's come from an indie background, at least he's got some deservability to him.
Yeah.
Not saying that he shouldn't, but...
But Enzo Amore, he doesn't have a wrestling background.
Oh, but he is just a true legend. He is a G.
What do you think, Josh?
Oh, the last time I saw Apollo Crews was on the...
My bed.
The last... No. It was like... It was a
Possibly
couple of NXT pay-per-views ago. It's like... I remember he was
Brooklyn.
on the pay-per-view when Sasha dropped her title off to Bayley.
Brooklyn.
I think that's the first time I've seen him. I think that's the first time I've ever seen him. And I haven't seen him since, but from what I remember, like, he was really... He had a lot of high energy. Like, I just remember this guy having a lot of high energy, and he looked like he was really happy to be there. And as far as, who's deserving more versus, who has an NXT background versus an indie background, I think the guy who overall has the best talent should get that push overall. I mean, you can work on a person's character throughout writing and them being creative,
Yeah.
But I think that raw talent, that's something you really can't make overnight. You know what I'm saying?
And he's different because there's no other big guy with that much athleticism. Like do you see Rusev doing a standing moonsault? Do you see Ryback doing it? No.
Yes.
Ugh.
But that's in my bedroom, totally different.
Shit.
But I think with the whole Apollo
My
Crews
God.
match, the thing that I think we're missing out on here,
It's Tyler Breeze.
yeah, Tyler Breeze recently is, he's a brilliant worker. He's been with the company for God knows how many years. And he seems to have fallen into this slightly jobberish role where, he lost to Apollo Crews at this event. The event before that, was it Jushin Liger he lost to then? And then the event before that one, he lost to Finn Balor itself to determine the number one contender. And since then, he's just fell. I don't think he's been used correctly at all.
I don't think it's time to change his character. I think it's time for him to be pushed into the NXT title picture.
Yeah.
Or they could have him, if they wanted to, push him to the main roster and have the win the title from Cena in an open challenge. I think the fans would love it, but in NXT, he needs the title before he goes up.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. He needs the title. And besides, I think the next person who gets the title is probably going to be more of that heel character. And Tyler's really great at what he does, and I like him, and I don't see why not.
I would love to see Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe versus Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze wins it by like a roll-up on something. Then that's just quick, easy, heelish way. Perfect.
I just feel like, he needs not necessarily a gimmick change. The gimmick, I think, is perfect. It needs polishing a little bit. There needs to be some sort of, a bit of another trophy on the mantelpiece next to him kind of thing, Give him a diva at a push and maybe make a team. Like, I think we were talking in the group chat. Did we say Breeze and Fandango?
Oh, perfection.
It would work in a weird kind of way. But I think there needs to be some sort of big team with him involved. As a single star, he's brilliant, but they're just not using him correctly. And I think some of the listeners will probably disagree with what we're saying, But
No, I think it's time to put him in a team, even if it's like 4 or 5 months until like say
time for
WrestleMania,
change.
and then we'll see.
Like a team, like just another person, or like a stable of people.
I think it's stable.
A team.
No, I think stable. Give him maybe 2 other guys and a girl. Make them into some sort of paparazzi-loving celebrities, like Eminem used to be.
There's a guy down there. What's his name? There's a guy down in NXT that's not been on TV yet, and he's kind of like this pop star thingy. Oh, I don't know his name. I'll get back to you on that. But
Yeah.
They would make a great team.
Something like that, that would be quite interesting. Have this A-list celebrity that loves himself kind of thing leading this team of, minor celebrities.
I would put Eva in there.
Yeah.
I would honestly put Eva because she's this whole makeup selfie queen, beautified diva.
Mm-hmm.
And it would fit the role. Oh.
Well, if you put Eva in there, they'll definitely get a lot of heat. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and
Queen,
that would work so
Bee.
well. It would really work for him because the crowd they literally hate Eva so much.
They do. They hate the woman so much.
They don't just dislike her, like they hate her.
Yeah, it's really unfair. But Eva has had a bit of a decent push going on. But another diva who has had a bit of a decent run-in lately, Tom, do you want to go?
Oh, yeah. So, over the past several months, for some reason, which I still can't understand why, David Brooke has had a push.
Who?
Really, Tom?
You can't say David Brooke.
I said Dana.
You said David.
Okay, I said David.
You know what you said.
I know what I said, girl. Okay, so Dana Brooke has had a push for the past, 4 or 5 months, and at NXT Takeover Respect, she got a match against the most stiffest worker I have ever seen in the women's wrestling. Actually, no, not just women's wrestling, in the entire wrestling, known as Kana, who is now going by Asuka. The match went for about 6-7 minutes, which, even though I'm a hashtag apparent Dana hater, I will give props to Dana because she put up a good fight. Asuka's kicks were stiff as anything, and her quick submissions, yeah. But the thing I like about Dana, well, actually no, but the thing I will say I'm quite fond about Dana is how she is and vocally in the ring. She'll say, "Oh, I know how to count. I know what a 3 count is. Oh, I know when to get off." That's the only thing I like about Dana and her theme. But I will say that I am a fan of that match. And I do give her respect for what she did. So, Sam, what do you think about the match?
I want to hear Josh first because I want to get you two to get it all done out the way.
Team Dana hater, Josh.
Yeah, you might as well start now, and then I'm going to put you to rights afterwards. So go on, have fun.
Whatever. You know what? Dana is. I don't feel like I'm a Dana hater. There are some wrestlers I connect with, some wrestlers I just don't. And when I look at Dana Brooke, I see a value Walmart version of Beth Phoenix. So, you can come with your receipts. That's fine. Take your receipts and head back to Walmart and Kmart. Because as far as I'm concerned, Dana Brooke doesn't do anything for me. I'm not saying she's not. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not talented, but it's just she bores me. I don't know what it is. It's just the whole, okay, for instance, she's with Emma, right? So they're doing the whole Mean Girls thing. The Mean Girls is so played out. We've seen that whole Mean Girl aspect ever since Tori Wilson and Stacey Keebler, ever since Lay Cool, ever since the Divas of Destruction with Beth Phoenix and Natalya. It's so played out. I just want something different. And for me, I could see if Dana Brooke and Emma were on the main roster and they were playing those nasty bitches. Okay, typical. But on NXT, I expect you guys to be more creative in the character development. I think that's one reason I can't stand Dana Brooke. Nothing against her ability whatsoever. It's just the character is just so boring to me. So
she's progressed in the ring. I'll give her that.
Yeah. I love Asuka. Asuka's amazing. I think Asuka, and I saw this several times. She is adorable, but at the same time very frightening and very creepy. And I love her face. I love her eyes. And one thing about the match I really loved was the crowd screaming, Asuka's gonna kill you, Asuka's gonna kill you. And, I loved how people are more involved now because they expect a better product. And so going back to Dana, I feel that her and Emma playing this whole mean think it's so. It just played out for me. At least that's what I say. I just see a played out Mean Girl, and you guys can be so much more creative. Like you have heels before, like with Sasha Banks. She was a heel, but she's a boss bitch. That's her heel character. And then you had God, who else? Summer Rae, which she was a bitchy heel, but at the same time she brought an arrogance about her, a snootiness about her. You know what I'm saying? Like who's another one?
There's plenty of them.
Huh?
I said there's plenty of mean girl divas, but the thing is, like, with Emma, she's not mean. Like, she's coming across as boring.
Yeah. I agree. It's like she's kind of being someone she's not. Whatever, Sam. But that's how I feel about that match.
Okay, we done?
Yes.
Okay, so take a seat, buckle yourselves in, and listen. Dana is one of the greatest female workers in the company at the moment. You can't deny that at all. She is taking her role that she has been given, and she is running with it. Okay, she's been paired with Emma. Emma's got the experience. Emma is my girl, so I will stand up for Emma till the end of time. But Dana's ability itself is proven that she is really good at what she does. Now, Josh, you said you just don't like Dana, yeah?
I don't like the character. I have nothing against her as far as her ability to work in the ring. I will never talk shit about how she takes bumps or sells moves.
Okay.
I think she did a great job. Me personally, I just find her boring.
So your reason is that you don't like her. You just don't like her. You think she's boring.
I just think she's boring. She's a boring. It's a boring character to me.
Okay, so I think that the character, she's just your generic kind of heel girl, but the way that you don't connect with Dana is the way that I feel I don't connect with Bayley. Whereas my reason for Bayley not connecting with Bayley is I just don't like her at all. I don't like her character. I don't like her. Her ring work is faultless. She's brilliant, but I just don't like her as a general. I don't think the character works for me connecting wise. So I have my reason for that. But I feel like the pair of you just sit there in the little Dana hating corner, just trying to pick out reasons for this poor girl. And she's trying. She came from a fitness bodybuilding background, so she could take both of you. And Josh, I know you're built like a brick shithouse, mate, but she will take you down.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, who isn't part of this whole? I was a former bodybuilder. I'm a former fitness model. Who isn't that?
There's about 1,000 of them.
Exactly. Even our beloved Trish Stratus, she was a former fitness model, but at the same time, like that was years ago. What I'm saying is the character. First of all, Dana Brooke has nothing for me to hate on. Let's get it straight, okay? First of all, second of all, in comparison to Bayley's character is more creative to me because right there you have a character that is marketable to little kids, which right there is a cash cow of money and merchandise, you know what I'm saying? Because you see the Bayley t-shirts, you see the Bayley headbands and all this bullshit, whatever. What does Dana Brooke have? All I'm asking is for the team to just make her a little bit more creative. Just make her character more, I don't know, maybe they need to be more comedic. Because sometimes what I notice with Dana Brooke, sometimes, she can be funny, which I think is a good thing. We all need a good laugh. But overall, to me, I just see a generic heel,
I think the first thing to do is pull her away from Emma and this mean girl. Because Dana's coming across like Dana is not like this mean girl character. She's a bodybuilder, strong female. She's not a mean girl. There's a difference between those two characters. Well, but like Sam, you said that you don't like Bayley because you can't connect with her. That's me with Dana. I just can't connect with her. Like, she's improved in the ring, yeah, but her mic skills, I just really can't get over it.
Okay, but then the difference is though, you two will go at Dana in all the negative stuffs. I don't connect with Bayley, but I will not slag her off at all.
Okay, hold on. I've just said something positive about Dana. That's a first.
Okay, that's a first. But you were saying you want her and Emma to break up. Just as a little side note here, if you would like to listen to the fantasy bookings that we've all done. Mine is basically the demise of Emma and Dana. But going back
to segue.
A little segue there. But what Josh said, about she had the comedy value and it kind of worked. Sadly, that comedy value isn't going to work anymore now that Devin Taylor has been released.
yeah.
Who? Oh yeah.
So, that's kind of sad that she's gone. I thought she would have been okay. But me and Nick were talking, and she was like, she'd been there for, 2 years and hadn't debuted, so...
Yeah. She came along in with that Diva Search Bootcamp, NXT, like Eva, JoJo, Lana, Veronica, that group.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they've got Dasha, is it Dasha Fuentes? Yeah, she's actually surpassed Devon in like a personality in the backstage interview. So I think that's why they got rid of Devon, because there's nothing else for her to do. But yeah,
I don't know. But Asuka, I thought Asuka's performance in that match was amazing. Her ring gear really offended me. I'm not gonna lie.
I loved it.
I loved it. Are you serious?
It's so Japanese like.
Yes, I'm glad they are embracing that too.
The boots were amazing. I can't fault the boots. They were like, wow. But just want to kind of get a picture of it up now so I can kind of describe what I mean.
I kind of wish, during the match, before the match, you know how in Japan they have those ribbons they throw in the ring when she comes in?
Yes.
I wish they did that during the NXT match, well, at least before the match. I would love to see that.
I think they'll do that when she wins the belt.
I hope she does win the belt. Like, please. Like, I would love to see that.
Do you guys feel like for a woman to progress further in this industry, as far as coming from NXT, you have to win the title first? Just because I'm now thinking, Paige won it, went up. Charlotte won it, went up. Sasha won it, went up. However, Emma and Becky didn't win it, they went up. Emma's run didn't turn out too great, and then, Paige pointing out that Becky wasn't relevant.
Well, the thing is, like, we're not going to talk about spoilers because we don't do that, and even though I want to talk about it, but from the spoilers, I think this next diva that's in line for Bayley's title is going to go up to the main roster without winning the belt. Really? I'm not going to say who it is, but I think it's going to go that way.
I don't know who it is, though.
That's why I'm not going to say it. I think this diva is going to go up to the main roster without winning the NXT title.
What do you think, Josh?
I think it depends on the main roster and who's getting the current. And for instance, like ever since Paige won the Divas title in 2004, I'm sorry, in 2014.
It's like, wow, she was like 10.
Yeah. Well, anyway, ever since she won the title, it's like she's always been in the title picture. It could be Paige against AJ. It'd be Paige, AJ, Nikki, Paige, the Bellas. It's like she's always in the title picture. So you got to look at who's getting the current pushes and how that person getting the current push can block someone else's opportunity. And how sometimes, the WWE, they may feel like, well, we may have these girls that are on the main roster right now, i.e., Naomi and Tamina and Summer Rae, but we're going to put the belt automatically on Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Which I kind of give the WWE the side eye with that, because it's kind of like you basically gave Charlotte the title, and I love Charlotte. There's no shade to her, but it's kind of
it was such a mistake
in a way, because it's like it's too soon. Like she just got there, and you're doing this whole Divas Revolution, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's just it doesn't seem right in a way. It's like let her win the title maybe next year or 2 years from now or something. Or I just feel there's a lot better feuds and title runs that you could have with Summer Rae, especially with Naomi, since her mic skills have improved dramatically throughout the past several months.
Yeah.
I just feel that it's kind of a missed opportunity, and we know how Charlotte is with the title. We've seen her on NXT. So why automatically put the Divas title on her? So again, I think it depends on who's getting the current push and how those people who are getting pushes are blocking others their opportunity.
Yeah, like I think there's plenty of NXT girls that are going to go up to the main roster without winning the title, like Alexa Bliss, Carmella. I think just them two. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Bayley's next challenger at Takeover London.
Yeah.
So, since you were talking about Bayley, Josh?
Yeah.
What do you want to tell us about Bayley and Sasha?
Okay, of course, we had the match between Bayley and Sasha Banks. And of course, as you know, both these girls are going to slay. They're going to slay the house. I think about with these girls is that with the characters, the characters are so well written out. They show such great emotion, especially as a heel. I think one of my favorite parts was it was kind of like of course the good guy versus the bad guy. We had the heel boss Sasha Banks going up against Bayley, who's always, her message is never give up and follow your dreams, and I'm a hugger. And then, my heart went out when I saw the little girl in the audience crying after Sasha threw Bayley into the TV or whatever it was. Oh, that was heartbreaking. It was a really, really emotional match. One move I thought was really, really sick to see was when I think Bayley took Sasha's arm and slammed on the top rope. I was just like, oh my god, it looks so painful. Both these ladies, we love them. We really do. Another thing I really enjoyed throughout the match was the audience. They were chanting, women's wrestling. This is women's wrestling, and I love the fact that they recognize how great these ladies are and what they do, and it speaks on how the fans feel about the women's division. They feel like these are not divas; these are women. They should be wrestling for the women's title, and that. So I love how they embrace that. So they have the support of the fans. Of course, they had the support of the their co-workers, because every other wrestler came out after the end. They had the flowers done to them. It was a really emotional match. So I enjoyed it. It was just like, again, of course, one of those best matches. Any match, when you take, the 4 horsewomen and you mix them up, whether it's, Charlotte versus Sasha, or Sasha versus Becky, you mix those ladies up, they're going to have great matches. And to add on to that, it kind of... This is why I don't like when they go to the main roster, because they're going to have to work with the Bella Twins, or they're going to have to work with, being some type of diva clusterfuck with Rosa Mendes or Eva Marie or something like that. And it's like a watered down version of who they are as far as athletes when they go to the main roster. I mean, that's how I feel when I see it. I feel like I'm watching like a watered down version. But you take all those girls and you put them back down on an NXT pay-per-view. It's like everything is on the line. No holds bar. And shout out to the WWE for embracing a Iron Woman's match. Like wow. That's amazing. I mean, think about it. We went all the way. If you think back to like 2010, 2011, where we had those 2-minute roll-up matches with Kelly and Brie Bella, and that was it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And then now we all the way to 2015 with a 30-minute Iron Woman match, no holds barred. Like that's amazing.
Was
it really
was brilliant, especially because it was 2 women who have earned the right to be in this match by having such amazing careers in such a small amount of time. But it was also the 10th Iron Man match in WWE history. And, it's number 10. It's kind of like it's a big number. It's a big deal. It's number 10.
Yes.
It was nice for it to be 2 women.
Yeah. I hope in the future they do a cage match or something like that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Well, I know, like in the past, we've all said we want a women's ladder match.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, like, just before because I'm going to let you go, Sam, first on the whole Bayley and Sasha thing, but for me, I think, I know it's a strong opinion, but the Bella Twins in this whole Divas Revolution is what's bringing it down. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I think about it.
I don't know. We'll save that for another show.
That's for another day for the topic. But Sam, you go first about the Takeover match.
The Takeover match, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Even down to the attires that they wore. Like, Bayley wore the Iron Man colours, of the red and gold, which I thought was really quite cute. And Sasha wore the colours that she debuted in. So I was like, these girls know how important this match is, just even by what they're wearing. They were down to a T. However, the only thing that I didn't like was the ways that Sasha won her 2 falls. The count out I can deal with. I think, it's an easy victory kind of thing. But I thought the roll up, Sasha's so much more worth it than that. Yeah. It really kind of annoyed me. Bayley's like a Hurricane Rana-y roll up thing that she did. That was brilliant. That was amazing. And, the armbar as well, because, we hadn't really seen that from Bayley before. Like, that kind of aggression that she had with Sasha tapping. Well, that tapping, she had kind of said that she'd give up because she had no hands to tap because Bayley had them all kind of wrapped up. But, Bayley's victories I felt were valid and interesting, whereas Sasha's one, it was mainly the roll-up, really pissed me off. I just didn't like it. And then, she got the count-out victory, and then the ref started counting again. Sasha should have stayed in and got another victory just from another count-out. Just to kind of, dominate this heelish attitude that she has. And she could have gone 3-1 up.
Yeah.
I was a little bit sad that, I think we all thought Bayley was going to win. I would have liked it to maybe have been a draw. Because, both women are equally as amazing as each other.
Yeah.
But the best part about the entire match was the end. When Sasha stood at the top with the flowers and she's clapping Bayley. Bayley's in the ring with Hunter. It was an amazing moment to be a part of. And, I'm glad that it happened in our generation where we are watching these women who are basically putting it on the line week in, week out and proving that they are the next generation of female athletes and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. People, are just tired of the whole, the bullshit that we see on the main roster for the longest time. We're tired of it, and we know even before, okay, let's say pre 2006, because I think in 2006 that's when the whole, and listen to divas who debuted in 2006 and the whole diva search thing, but I think pre 2006 the women of WWE were kicking ass like crazy. Like you had Jacqueline and Molly Holly, Ivory. Like those women went at it. Jazz, one of the best feuds Trish Stratus ever had was the feud she had with Jazz.
Yeah.
And so ever since after 2006, we've been getting just a watered down version of women's wrestling, and that's what people say the divas matches are piss breaks during that time frame.
Yeah.
But now NXT, there's no excuse now. These women are headlining. Like I said before, I don't care what guys. I mean, I do care what the guys do, but I'm more interested in okay, Sasha's going to wrestle tonight. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. Bayley's going to wrestle tonight. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what fucking Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin. I don't care what those guys do. Seriously, I remember. Seriously, I remember. God, what match was it? I think it was the first time. I think it was when Sasha dropped the no. God, when was it? I don't know. This one of the matches with no. It was Sasha versus Becky Lynch on an NXT pay-per-view. I remember watching that match, and that match was just off the chain. And then after that, I think Kevin Owens had a match, and I didn't give a fuck about Kevin Owens. I was seriously, I know James was mad at me because I said I guess we can watch I guess I can watch Kevin Owens match. I guess because I really didn't care what Kevin Owens did. I really don't. To this day, I don't. When I watch NXT, I just watch for the girls. That's it. When I watch wrestling in general, I just watch for the girls. So.
And you know what? I think a lot of fans now are watching NXT for the women. Even these hardcore male fans that think women don't belong in the business.
Yeah.
But for me, the Bayley Sasha match, oh my god, it was it was an amazing, flawless match. These two girls, they wanted this since they were 10 years old, and those letters that they put on Twitter, that was actually really good for it. And from the video packages to the build up to the match itself, the spots in the match were absolutely flawless. My favourite bit, it wasn't actually a move, it was a taunt. When Sasha threw Bayley into the entrance LED board and she grabbed the headband off of Izzy, ran into the ring and started showing the crying taunt to her and then lobbing it back at her while Izzy was actually crying.
Yeah.
I thought that was just untouchable. But the thing about Sasha I really, really like is the fact that she's been in the business for 5 years and she's got the ring psychology of a 10, 15-year-old veteran. With the first move, the first pinfall when Sasha climbed in front of the ref, poked Bayley's eyes and then rolled her up. That's an old school the 1990s move that you do in wrestling.
Yeah.
But I think some of the spots for me that I really liked was when Sasha threw Bayley into the LED board, when she got the band off of Izzy, and the match was just it was something that I think we're never going to see for a very long while again. I don't think we're going to see Sasha versus Bayley on NXT again, which is a shame.
No, I think Sasha's done now.
I think she's done now, but every NXT takeover, that match has beaten the other one, the Fatal 4-Way. Sasha and Becky. I preferred Sasha and Becky to that one. Takeover Brooklyn, I preferred it to Sasha and Becky, and now this one is my favourite women's match in all of Diva history. And the ending with, I'm glad, you know what, actually, side note, I'm glad they put Sarah Del Rey on TV next to Sasha at the end. Because it just goes, because she doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
She really doesn't, because she's the one that puts all these matches together. And, like, when you think about it, in the crowd you had Lita, Charlotte, Becky, Stephanie, Charlotte and Bayley. That's, like, the golden era compared to Divas Revolution. Oh, you know, I just can't, I'm just so excited that with women's wrestling, actually, it's not even women's wrestling, it's wrestling in general. We've just got such a positive vibe from it. And it can just go even higher from here. Oh, just so in awe by that match. I've watched it 3 times now. Just amazing.
It was really, really brilliant. We can't fault it.
I got a little orgasm from watching the match.
I think now that, you know, it's kind of apparent that Sasha was done. You know, she's up in main roster now. She's there for the good. Just Bayley left with the 4 horsewomen, so, you know, it's going to be quite interesting to see how it's going to go.
And I'm glad Bayley's staying down in NXT.
Yeah, it's a good shout that Bayley is staying down there. But you know,
Bayley is going to be the one person in like the next year that is going to sell the most merchandise next to John Cena. Guarantee that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
She is.
Oh,
she really
Sasha,
will.
oh, just amazing. Oh.
So, you know, now that Sasha's gone up, the next crop of divas, you know, needs to make an appearance. We need to find out who's going to be next one's coming in. And then we were greeted with this. Now let me just play you this sound clip.
Beauty is more than just skin deep. I am a force that cannot be stopped. I will exceed your expectations. Greatness is my destiny, and my path to get there has just begun. I am Nia Jax.
So
oh my god, just the sound of it is amazing. It's like a monster heel in the making.
Yeah, how brilliant is that?
Oh my god.
And the visuals go so well with it. So, you know, next week we are going to get Nia Jax. It's confirmed next week she's going to make her debut.
Her ring gear, not so much, but her, oh my god.
How are we thinking it's going to go?
Well, I'm not going to say anything because I know the spoilers, so...
Oh, Tom, stop ruining everything.
I said I know the spoilers.
I know, but you shouldn't ruin it for yourself. Josh, what do you think?
Goodbye.
Well, I think, based on the sound of that promo, it sounds like she's a wicked witch or something. Like she's like Snow... Like, you know that wicked witch that's in Snow White? That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like a female Mankind, the theme does.
A what now?
A Mankind sort of theme.
Yeah.
It's just... No, I think she's going to do great. I've heard that she's actually done really well in the ring. Like, but people are comparing her to Tamina, which I don't understand why. Like, I know they're both Samoan and whatnot, and in that family, but they're both different people. And I think Nia is going to do great in NXT. And working with people like Bayley and Asuka is going to make it even greater.
I thought Nia was going to come in a kind of calmer kind of role. You know, like when she was brought in to take down all these pretty girls kind of thing. So maybe Nia's going to come in as the prettiest girl and is going to take down everyone else.
Well, I thought she was going to come in as the bodyguard for Eva, but since Eva injured Carmella, I think they've done something else with her. That's what I heard anyway.
Nia and Eva are working together on the house shows.
Which is what made me think that they were going to have her debut as Eva's bodyguard against Carmella.
But then I feel like she gets stuck in a Tamina-like role where she is stuck as a bodyguard.
Yeah.
I guess. Or they could bring in, like, indie talent and just have Nia, like, straight up dominate them.
Could go either way.
Oh,
what do you think, Dash?
I just love the name, Nia Jax.
I like it. Josh, what do you think?
I just hope she doesn't I hope she has personality, because that's going to be the main difference to tell her apart from Tamina. That's no shade against Tamina. It's just that Nia Jax, you know, I never heard her on the mic before, but hopefully she is really good on the mic and she could display her personality, because that's the only way I think so far that she's going to show that she's different from Tamina.
The dangerous thing with Nia, I think, at the moment is, you know, we've just had the debut of Asuka. We've got another person that's debuted that we'll talk about later on. You know, is she going to get lost in the mix of all these new women? Or
I don't think she will.
Is it going to be the next generation of NXT is going to be, you know, Asuka, Bayley, Nia, and the other person that we're not talking about yet, but we'll talk about later on.
No, she's not good. She's not going to get lost in the mix because everybody's so different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so different from each other. Everyone has their different personalities. You know,
Everyone has a character.
Bayley, of course, exactly. Everyone has a well-written character so far, so I don't see anyone really getting lost.
But do you
in
think
the mix?
that
Like, for
she'll
me,
keep the
I can
storyline?
tell the difference between each diva in comparison to how it was back in 2009 or 2008. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while we are talking about the differences of divas, let me ask you guys, Alexa Bliss, what is it that makes her different now? Because I don't get it.
Like before, she was like this Snow White Tinkerbell fairy, like this baby face. But I felt like she was kind of being pushed like Bayley, like getting over with the kids. But now she's like this vicious, mean, pretty heel. I love it. She is the diva that I want to see win a Divas title in a few years' time. She's just got that mean it factor that I love in wrestlers. Mean.
She's got a mean it factor the way that Dana also has a mean it factor.
No, it's different.
No.
How's it different?
No.
How?
Because Dana to me, she's not actually mean. She's like this body fitness girl. She's not mean. Like Alexa Bliss looks like a mean girl's mean girl. Dana doesn't. If that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. It does to me.
I would say that Alexa Bliss has, like, her personality is very, what's the word?
Bitchy.
No, well, what is the word I'm trying to say? Manipulative. You know, she has a very manipulative personality. At least that's what I see. And then on top of that, you know, she looks harmless, but at the same time, she's also interacting with the guys. You know, she's doing that sparkle splash on, male opponents as well. So, expect that. And then on top of that, you see her feuding with, is she still feuding with Blue Pants?
They kind of
Blue
died it
Pants
off
is
now.
gone.
She's gone? Oh my god.
Good.
Not properly
Okay.
gone. They've just kind of died it off now.
Okay, she's
Okay.
like 99.9% gone.
And then on top of that, you see, more personality from Alexa Bliss. You see her bouncing on the ropes. You see her, saying shit like, these are my boys and all this other stuff. Just being very snooty and obnoxious, but at the same time, it's really believable in comparison to Dana Brooke, where it's just like, I honestly don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's why I look with Dana Brooke. Like, I don't believe you. But for Alexa Bliss, I believe her.
I think Alexa Bliss is like the model of a diva. Like, she's got the looks, she's got the in-ring ability, she's got the personality and charisma, and I do think she's going to be a big star in a few years' time, whether that's on NXT or on the main roster.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think, she's...
Because the look is something that they like.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She's athletic. She's got the ability. Her in-ring work is one of the best of women.
She's like Terry Reynolds mixed with AJ Lee together.
Yeah.
That's
totally
what I
get
think with her. She's that combination of those two.
She's like if Maurice was better.
Oh, I love Maurice.
Yeah, don't say that, Tom.
No, her ring skills though. Come on.
No, I thought Maurice was good.
I thought she was good too.
For a Diva Search girl, Maurice was brilliant.
Oh, okay then.
So, let's not go there. Boo-boo kitty, or whatever it is you say. Let's
Hey, boo-boo
not
kitty.
even try. Okay?
Bye-bye,
So,
Jesus.
sit down, because when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Okay?
No thanks, not unless Hugo Knox's dick's in it. Thanks.
You have too many men! Right. So
one
let's...
for each day.
Tom, you spend too much time talking about men, so why
One for
don't
each
right
day.
now you talk about the new woman?
Oh yes. So a couple of months ago, it was questionable whether this independent female wrestler was signed to WWE. However, past Saturday at an NXT live event, the indie goddess herself, Athena, yes, that's right, Athena, made her debut on NXT live events by teaming up with Gianna, who is that hip hop hood rap gimmick sort of girl, against Peyton Royce, aka Blandface, and Alexa Bliss. There's pictures
Why with
online,
Billie Kay?
and I'm just in awe. I think she's going to do absolutely brilliant. But I'm shocked that she's actually been put on live events, unless they're trying to get it into the WWE style of things.
Possibly, because, she has been with, like, Shine and Shimmer and all that kind of stuff in there, a bit more...
But then you think
aggressive.
Asuka, though, like, I know she's like a big star, but she was Japan style, not WWE style.
Yeah.
But as for Athena, I just can't. See, this is another thing with NXT. They just keep getting better and better and better and better with these women. Like, the men, yeah, but these females, brilliant.
I feel like we're getting that many women in the company right now, and it's a good thing. I'm not complaining about it. But you know how the men have, the world title, and they've got, like, the Intercontinental, the US, that kind of stuff. I feel like we should have a women's world title, and then kind of like a mid-card title. And then you could have, your Becky Lynch kind of thing. Those kind of athletes going for that one.
I see, yeah, but I just don't think how they would do it. Like, I think they should have a Divas title, women's title like they've got, and I think they should have an whole company tag title where the women can go from either brand. Because NXT is not developmental, it's a brand.
Yeah. It was developmental, and now it's just not.
Like, if, let's say, like, the Bellas were the first team, let's hope not, to win the tag titles, they could go, like, onto NXT for one taping. It would get buzzing at crowds because they're, like, big faces and whatnot, going against, like, say, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay for the tag titles. Like, it would bring buzz to NXT.
Yeah, of course it would.
Yeah, so I think the company needs a tag title, not like a WWE or NXT tag title, just like a women's world tag championships or something.
They should. They do a lot of fucking, 3-on-3 matches, 2-on-2 matches. So yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? No offense to Divas Revolution, but these whole 3-on-3s, I'm just done with them.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, we're not talking about that because this is an NXT special, so let's just stick to NXT for now.
Huh?
So this is an NXT special, not WWE, so we don't have to talk about the Hella Twins right now.
Ew. Oh my god. Free mode.
You know what?
You know what? You know what?
Josh, what do you think about Athena?
I'm looking forward to seeing her. I really am. I think that what's really interesting? The whole, not just that the fact you have all these new girls debuting, is the fact that WWE is also, in a way, kind of embracing different body shapes, in a way.
Thank God.
You know, because if you look at Kana, and if you look at Nia Jax, and also Athena, it's like, they're not like stick thin like Brie Bella, or, how Miss Kitty was, or how, Kelly was. They were like really, really thin. But now we see women with hips and butts, and they can go, Yeah. And I like that a lot,
I just seriously hope they keep the O face.
The O
which
face.
is her finisher. It's like a top rope stunner.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Oh, it's a phenomenal move.
I just hope they don't give her some type of ratchet name. Like, don't name her Tamika or Keisha or Kiana, some shit like that.
On the live show, she kept the name Athena, didn't she?
I think they're keeping with Athena.
I hope so.
Or I think they're going to pronounce it differently, like, they're going to pronounce it differently, Athena. So what I've heard.
Athena.
Sounds like an STD.
Yeah, well, you probably have it, so...
Girl, I do.
That's how you would know. So, I think we kind of covered everything. It was fun.
Yes. This NXT is just phenomenal. Like, for anyone that says they don't like NXT, should just, they don't know what the new generation of wrestling is.
No.
Totally. And Triple H, thank God you are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's a wild time right now in wrestling and in PipeBomb Podcast. They've got so much going on. We've got so much going on.
We should join forces.
Well, they'd never ever listen to us. Like, they keep stealing our ideas. So they just, we suggest something on these shows, and then, a couple weeks down the line, it happens, and we're like,
oh, let's suggest some things right now.
Yeah,
Ooh.
fire the Bellas. So if they are thinking, fire Rosa. If, they want to think of copying some of our ideas, there's going to be a link on the screen now to our fantasy booking series, which was, the first episode was Tom, the second one was James, Josh was 3, Nick 4, and I was 5, and we have got, upcoming very soon, Gigi's one, the final for season 1. You guys excited for that?
Oh god, yeah, because she's so shady as hell. My god.
And, we've heard through the grapevine, like, we know what it's about. And it's going to be amazing. She can pull this off. It's going to be amazing. And I think she will. She can totally do it. Her idea is amazing.
Gigi's flawless.
Yeah, and, she likes serial killers. Just going to throw that out there.
And she likes Diplo.
Diplo.
Oh, well.
Diplo. Oh, my God, Tom. What are you? Like, seriously?
Who is Diplo?
Diplo, he's a DJ. You know what, Where Are You Now? By Justin Biebs.
Ew.
It's like Skrillex, isn't it?
Justin Bieber? Ew, no. He looks like an alien.
You look like an alien. So,
I'm a pretty alien, thanks.
Debatable. So then, we've also got Behind the Shade coming up.
Don't be jealous.
Mini preview of Behind the Shade right there. You're going to get to actually see the 6 of us in our natural habitat. That's weird.
I was going to throw some shade there, but no, I'm going to keep calm.
Don't you fucking dare. So, you've got Nick, Nick shared some of his pictures on social media about his setup. I think I might do the same. It's going to be really amazing. Like, how did you guys find doing Behind the Shade?
I loved it. Like, my background's just, like, plain white, like a green screen. Oh.
Josh?
Oh, I haven't started it yet, but I will get on it, though.
It's so hard. The questions are really quite in there.
I had to think about the answers.
Is it in the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you them later, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's, like, so much going on, like, with us right now. And if you want to carry on listening to all of us, make sure you subscribe to the PipeBomb podcast. And make sure you like this video as well. We are trying to get 30 plus likes on all of our videos. Like, it's something that we want to do. We've been able to do recently, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. And we couldn't have done it without the support of everyone.
No, it's really good. And it would be even better if we could get, like, 200 subscribers by the end of this year.
Yeah, we're on, like, 171, I think, right now. Somewhere around
And there's
that.
some people out there that think we wouldn't even last 2 months. Bitch, bye.
Well.
Go take your top off and go look ugly. Thanks. Scrawny ass weed ball bag.
Okay, so just gonna spin that one around. Yeah, so make sure you do like, subscribe, everything with us, because we want your support. We like hearing you. Leave some comments down below what you think of the show, how you think we're all doing. We had a few shows ago. You commented, where you were from, because we want to know where you're from. But are you from? If you're from the UK, let us know. Me and Tom, we need to find some people to rep us. We
need to ask them a question so they can answer it in the comments as well.
Well, okay, so a question.
Okay, so who would you like to face Bayley? Who would you like? Which female would you like to face Bayley at NXT Takeover London?
Yes. So who would your answer be? Actually, Tom, don't you?
I know.
Okay.
I would probably like to see someone like probably Alexa Bliss or Asuka. One of those two. Actually, you know what? This is going to be quite shocking. But Alexa Bliss or Dana.
Oh, Josh,
don't be shocked.
What do you think?
Dana?
You want
really?
Dana as well?
Do you know what? I think because I think it is in line that in the next few months she's going to win the title. As much as I want to say that yet, yeah. But for me, Alexa Bliss.
So who do you think it'll be, Josh?
I'd say Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna...
well, also, Asuka as well, but at the same time, she just got there, so I think that...
Not yet.
Yeah, she just got there, so we need some months. And then on top of that, Asuka will probably have to have a heel turn or something like that.
Oh, could you imagine her as a heel? Those kicks. Oh, my God. Her versus Sasha Banks. Oh, my God.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to guess as... just because I don't know how Nia's going to debut, I'm going to say it's Nia. I'm going to say she could do something to do with Bayley, and then she'll be put in the title pitch straight away. That's my guess anyway. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Tom, where can people find you online?
You can find me and my hashtag DOTD on SelfSuccess01, as much as Instagram as well, SelfSuccess01.
What is DOTD?
Dick of the day.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing, because today is Hugo Knox.
Okay. Josh?
And it's never going to be right back, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Josh Tech Soldier. You can also find me on Twitter at Josh Tech Soldier as well.
Cool. Well, you can find me, Sam, at SamPele_ on Twitter and Instagram. Now, just a little side thing, we mentioned it in a show a bit ago. Nick and I were talking, and it's no secret that I do love a good sing song. And he asked me to do some covers of, actual entrance music.
Oh my God, just because your voice is flawless.
It's not that great. But
no filter.
It's just great fun. So, if you've got any ideas of what you want song-wise, leave a comment in the bottom and I will take that on board.
Yeah!
And it should be good fun. So, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for joining me.
We appreciate your support. Thank you.
Oh, and Josh, welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back.
It's great to have you, and I hope you can be on more shows with us.
Yeah, hopefully, if I get... Well, I'll be going on leave in December, so I should be more free in December, so...
And it's Christmas!
Yeah!
Oh wait, what are you being for Halloween? What's everyone dressing up as?
Myself.
Ketchum.
You're not dressing up at all?
No.
Oh.
What about you?
I'm
What about you,
dressed as
Tom?
Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
With
Well, you know
blood.
what?
Oh.
If I find myself, if I can order an NXT Women's Championship belt, I'll do Sasha Banks drag or something.
Yes! That'd be amazing.
Oh, yes.
I would love to see that. Well, I'm going
Oh
to
my
Sadness
God.
from Inside Out, so
Oh my god.
it's going to be fun. Well, thank you anyway for joining us, and we will see you all around on the next show.
Yes, thanks, guys.
And keep an eye out, like, comment, subscribe. Bye!
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.